everyone. Welcome to another episode of Lounging with Tony. Today, I am lounging with the very statuesque Miss Ari Zucker.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, my beauty.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Apparently very weird today.
Well, I have a very weird day every day, too, so it's fine. We can be weird together today.
Excellent.
And, of course, everyone knows you from the hit NBC soap opera, Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
As Nicole, is it Nicole DeMera now?
Well, let's see. Nicole Walker Roberts Kyriakis DeMera. I think that's all the people that I've married on the show. So now I'm back to Nicole Walker. You know, it is a pain changing your name. You got to go to Social Security, then change your driver's license, change your passport. It's a pain. I can't believe I do it that many times.
Well, you know what? Luckily in Salem, I think that you can expedite processes
It's
where,
true.
you know, you can just get married again, and that way you can save the hassle of like, doing all that
automatic.
stuff.
Somebody else does it for
Yeah,
me.
it's like, whatever. I'm a new person now. So you
So
have
true.
played Nicole for quite some time,
Yes.
since the late 90s.
Yes.
Did you ever think that you would be on a soap opera
No.
and be on it for this long?
No, I was modeling, and then I thought, definitely not doing this for the rest of my life. And I
Yeah.
started going back to school. I wanted to be a veterinarian. I'm not kidding. I know that sounds corny. Oh, another veterinarian. But I did. I wanted to be a vet, and then I happened to get this audition through an agency. Was like, okay, we're just going to see how you do. I wasn't
Yeah.
even signed yet. And I think Days was my fourth soap audition, because back then there were still a lot of soaps.
Yeah.
And they needed a model who could talk. I don't
Those
know.
are
I think I
rarity.
bebopped on my test. It was really, I'm like, if I bebop, so Eric. I was like, oh my gosh, how did I get this role?
What do you enjoy most about playing Nicole? Because she has been a very fun character. She has definitely developed over the years, and she's been in some very interesting, sticky situations. But what do you enjoy about playing her?
She's tough. She's tough to maintain. I mean, the first 8 years on the show, I think she was more of just this comedic filler.
Yeah.
You know, married to John Aniston's character, Victor, which I thought was probably one of my favorite times, because he is a hysterical human being.
Hilarious.
Loved working with him, and I think that story, you know, developed into this really funny thing. But that's how I spent the first 8 years, and then I left for a little bit. And then when I came back, I was like, I'm gonna make her this, excuse the bitch, everybody loves.
Yes, yeah.
And I came back with this big fur coat and swinging it around, and a little dog, and it was just so much fun to cause trouble in town. And now I'm getting more complicated, I think, because, you know, she's being written as, you know, she's trying to be a better person.
Yeah.
And I feel like what I've put on her is she just wants to be loved and cannot get out of her own way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And wants a child more than anything, and just for whatever reason, somebody does not want this character to have a baby.
No babies.
I don't
for
know
Nicole.
why, but then it really gives her so much depth and pain, and so I always constantly use that, especially when she's around kids. You know,
Yeah.
it's a painful thing.
So since you have played Nicole for so long, and there have been many, many, many storylines that she's been involved in, tough question.
Okay.
Which has been your favorite?
Baby Switch.
The Baby Switch?
Baby Switch, and as far as longevity, depth, pain, drama, and it did really well, and the crew that was involved was so invested.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not just me,
Right.
right? So, and I feel like I got an opportunity to really show a different side of my work, and to the character, and who knew that a lot of people were picking Nicole over Sammy, not
Yeah.
by any means, except for just it was crazy how it worked out.
Yeah.
And again, not in a way where you're like, oh, you'd rather have Nicole have the baby. You're like, you understood why she did it,
Yeah.
instead of, oh, I can't believe she stole Sammy's baby.
Right. Because there are times where we're like, oh, how dare you? But then there are times where you're like, oh
my gosh, I
really
get it.
Yeah, I get where you're at.
Completely wrong.
Yeah.
What she did, completely. But it was really interesting, and I felt I got to earn a lot of respect and respect with the fans, and
Yeah.
so it was a difficult, very difficult storyline.
Yeah. So we do have a Twitter question from one of your fans.
Cool.
And her name is Jennifer Kistner. And she asked, what is the craziest thing a soap fan has ever done to you?
Luckily, I haven't had too many of those. But when I first started on the show, there was somebody who was really upset about something I did to Eric when Eric was first on the show, and I think was marrying Lucas for $5 million.
Right.
That minor detail.
I mean, who wouldn't have?
But she was the checkout girl.
Uh-huh.
So she, she's checking out the lettuce and the this, and then looks up and goes, the lettuce head. And I was like, now mind you, I don't read, there were message boards, but I didn't read them. I didn't understand, like.
She was mad.
What are you thinking? I said,
I'm just buying lettuce.
And I'm 20 something.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to respond. And I was like, I'm just checking out. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're doing with Eric. Something I'm paraphrasing right now, but it was something like that. Yeah. She scared the bejesus out of me, and then I said, "Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. You watched this show," and then I finally talked her down off the ledge. But that's probably the crazy. Like, you're shocked because you have no idea. I had no idea what she was talking about at first. So that's my craziest thing.
Tell us more about your goals and the reason why you started Arrowheart.
So it's since been renamed. It used to be called Life Change, but it is the same concept. We just found that renaming it gave it something a little bit more when we walk into a room. You go Arrowheart Adventure Camps, and it also takes it off the kids, because you ask a teenager or a younger kid, would you rather go to a camp or a program? A camp.
A program just makes me sound like, do I need rehab or something?
I have to sit in yeah. But ours is an adventure camp, so our classroom is the outdoors, right? So it's almost like day camp, like our camps where you send your kids for a week and they go have a great time. Yeah. That is true, but we also add a leadership element to that. Because they are going through certain things and they're in the program for certain reasons. We don't want to weigh them down with too much talk, too much this. It's all about the physical aspect of it. Because when you physically experience something, you learn so much faster.
Yeah.
So basically we take, now we're dropping the age range. We're going to do 8 to 17.
Okay. Because,
the earlier you catch kids with some issues, in good families and not good families. Right. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you have issues. Major issues. Some rich kids have more issues than poor kids.
Right.
So that's very extreme. And it's a very general statement. So I don't mean that as.
Yeah.
But so we're focusing on that age range, and it's just a wonderful program. And really, the person who makes it is my brother. My brother Todd and I started it about the concept 7 years ago, and he is, along with our teachers, just a miracle. And eventually he will be running the whole administration and the program. The more we make create funds and sustainable company. But it is a blast. And this year we're going to take our kids, they don't know it yet, but we're going to take them overseas to, as their end trip. But they have to earn it the whole year, And then they get to go to wherever it may be, Costa Rica or something like that. They get to go on this trip, but only if it's earned.
And what do you do with that when you have time off? When
I was so busy.
Still busy.
I had 1 week of vacation, 1 week at home, but we were building a fence. Anyway, so then, and then, Izzy went off to New York, and then I shot a short film, and then I went to New York and took some meetings there and brought her home. And, there's just always something I feel like to do. I definitely don't sit on the couch doing nothing. Right. And I like to live life a little bit. So if we can do little trips and, even just dance on the couches with my daughter, that's important. And it's good to spend time with friends and family. So I do a lot of that. And just want to make sure I'm living too and not working. Because it's great to be successful, but your success, here I go being corny, your success lies in your heart, not your bank account. And I know people laugh at that and go, oh yeah, it's because she's on a show. But it is, I think the more you love who you are, the more successful you are.
Right.
So then you're actually getting both.
Yeah. I thought that since in real life you have a lovely young daughter named Izzy, But in your fake life, on Days of Our Lives, we have Nicole who is struggling to have that kid.
No.
So I decided that it would be a fun segment to play Who's Your Daddy? As if Nicole does have a kid, we will take some of Nicole's past loves and put you and them together to generate a kid, and you have to guess who the daddy is.
Oh my God. Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Good luck.
Good luck. All right, so here is the first one.
We've got Lucas. We've got Daniel. Ish. We got EJ. I don't know. Eric.
Let's see if you're right. You are right.
What?
It is Eric. That was a good job.
Wow.
That is him.
Oh gosh, that was really lucky.
All right, so you got that one.
Okay.
Let's try another.
Okay.
This one is a darling baby boy.
Yes, a little boy.
Likes to swim.
I got a big forehead though. It's got to be Sean. It's got to be Daniel.
Daniel? And you're right. You're good at this. So apparently, Sean Christian
Don't
has
tell
a
Sean I
big
said
forehead. So if Daniel and Nicole ever had a kid,
That's
they will
our
have
baby.
a big forehead. All right, so let's go to another one.
Okay.
Let's see. It looks like another darling little girl.
Brady,
Brady?
maybe?
You're going to go with Brady? All right, let's see if you're right. And you're right again.
Oh my God. You know, because Eric Martzoff is he's got such a great, it's, oh my God.
Yeah. Let's see if you can get this one.
Oh God. I know.
These are some cute babies you guys are making in Salem.
That's another large forehead child.
So then apparently the large forehead.
Well, and I have a large forehead too. I do know that. That is funny. Okay, well, I can. Could it be Victor?
Victor? Let's see. And you're right. You and Victor had a child. That would be the child.
John has a big forehead too.
So apparently Nicole dates men in
With
Salem
large
with large foreheads.
Thank
you know
you.
you're men.
I hope so.
Well, thank you so much, Ari, for lounging with me today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time on another episode of Lounging with Tony. For more episodes, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/loungingwithtony.